I just opened up a brand new bag of poultry grit, and it got me thinking, there's probably a lot of people out there that maybe don't know what poultry grit is for or why it's so important for their chickens. And so today I just want to quickly go over the benefits of grit and why you definitely need it for your chickens. Hi, I'm Audrey, and I help passion-driven people trailblaze their way to a more self-sufficient life filled with happiness, plants, and chickens. So the first thing to take note of is that oyster shell and grit are two different things. Oyster shell is given to chickens to give them additional calcium they need for laying eggs, which also in return gives you hard eggshells, whereas grit is used to grind up their food in their stomach. Chickens actually don't have teeth, and so they need something to help everything get digested in their stomach properly. And so the grit is actually to help digest their food. And the problem if you don't give them grit is that they aren't getting all the nutrition out of the feed that they're eating. So it's almost like part of the food they're eating is going to waste. The grit helps break everything down, giving them all the nutrition that they need. And so there won't necessarily be problems if they don't have grit. In rare cases, their intestines can end up getting blocked, but I've never had that happen, and there's been times when I don't give grit. But giving the grit just ensures that they're going to properly digest their food. But depending on where you keep your chickens, if they're outside and they have access to gravel and sand and dirt, it's really likely that they have enough stuff in their system to help digest their food. But if you're not sure, it's much easier to provide grit for them. This big bag on Amazon was cheap, it lasts a long time, and I just put it in its own free feeder to let them eat it as they need. It's very rare that they would overeat on grit because it's not something tasty that they want to eat like a treat. They just know they need it, and so they'll eat it as needed. So if you aren't doing so already, be sure to grab your chickens some grit, and then join me in this video right here where I go over all the benefits of oyster shell and why that's also very crucial to your hen's diet.